On est présentement à l'hôtel Omni pour rencontrer nul autre qu'un Backstreet Boy. On a rencontré A.J. McLean et on en a profité pour lui poser vos questions. So how are you?
I am fantastic.
Welcome back to Montreal.
So good to be back. I love it here. Love it. The weather is kind of iffy right now, but I love the rain and I love the cold. So this is perfect for me right now.
The snow is not here yet.
No. Sadly, because I kind of wanted to see a little bit of snow. But
then you have to come back.
Okay. I will.
Anytime you want.
Anytime.
Let's start this. Live Together has been launched a couple weeks ago. Tell us what it's about.
Well, Live Together was one of the last records that I recorded for my debut solo project. When I wrote the song with my partner Jordan Omley, we wanted to write this anthetic record that hopefully inspires people to look at each other differently. Before it was written, I was reading on CNN about all these young black teenagers being shot and gunned down. The whole equality issue, anti-gay, online bullying, all this just negative. And I have an almost 3-year-old little girl. And it saddens me that this is the world that she's being raised in. And she's my inspiration for everything I do now. So if there's something I can do to give back and to hopefully start this movement of equality and people living and loving each other and loving themselves, then if I change one person's perspective, I've done my job. So Live Together is just that. It's a very aggressive production, but with a very positive, inspiring lyric. And the video turned out perfectly. It covered everything that I wanted to cover, starting from negative, turning into a positive.
It's really beautiful, by the way.
Thank you. So I could not be happier with the way things are going. And in doing all of this, we also started the Live Together Foundation, which is a nonprofit organization. It's for the people, by the people. Excuse me. We ask local communities for local problems, and we try to solve them, try to raise money, try to raise any awareness. And we've already had one opportunity with a high school back in Pasadena, California, a very music-based school.
Oh, cool.
They got $35,000 worth of instruments stolen. So we actually, all the extras that were in my video paid $25 towards the foundation to be in the video. So we raised $8,000 that day. And then I matched that $8,000 personally. And we went and we got all the instruments back, and we completely redid their entire music room, gave it a full facelift. And to see these kids' faces, they were ecstatic. They were happy tears. And it just feels amazing to give back. You know, when you're in this kind of limelight kind of position, you do have a certain responsibility. And I've been blessed and been given so much, it's my time to give it all back.
Exactly. So. I feel like there are a lot of artists that feel the need, or that feel that it works better to represent the world like on its best side.
Right.
Like everything is smile and everything is good time. How important is it for you to keep things real? Because I feel like this song is like the realest there is.
I want to keep things real, and keep things kind of on the forefront, and really just show people that this is the world that we live in right now, and we're the only ones that can make that change. And it starts with a simple handshake, a hug, daily affirmation, telling somebody thank you, telling someone I love you, telling yourself I love myself. People stop being selfish and be more selfless. This whole world could be a totally different, better place. But again, it starts with one person, and it becomes this ongoing thing. So if I'm that one person that can start this movement, and I get everyone on board with me, perfect.
Reading
Hop on board.
Yeah, you're welcome. Reading on the Live Together Charity webpage, and I feel like I have to quote this because it's so wonderfully written. Live Together sets out to raise money and awareness for individual, families, and communities who truly need help, regardless of the circumstances driving the need. How do you choose what you...
Well,
I feel there's so much need in the world.
There is a lot of need, and everything starts out small. We ask for people to go on to the actual website and to sign petitions and to tell us stories about people that they know that are struggling, whether it's a local family in their community, if it's a child whose parents can't afford medical bills, if there's a water shortage, a food shortage, if it's helping the homeless, whatever it is. You tell us, and we'll try to get to everyone as best we can. You know, we're taking on as much as we can right now. We've only had one circumstance that actually worked out perfectly with this, high school. But keep on asking us, telling us what you need help with, and we'll go out there and try to raise the money and raise the awareness for it. And eventually, our goal is for Live Together to become a global foundation, and we can team up with some of the bigger conglomerates, UNICEF, Live Aid, maybe do some huge music concerts to raise money. I mean, keep it all based around music. So
it must feel really good to feel like you have the power to do this the way you want to do it.
Yes. I mean, to, again, be in my position, you are given a lot of responsibility as an artist, as a celebrity. You can use it to your benefit. You can use it in a selfish way, or you can use it in a selfless way. I'm trying to use it in a selfless way and give back and, again, create this whole movement where I just get people to just latch on and let's just be a unified front and really just try to spread the word of positivity and equality. And I mean, it sounds simpler than it really is, but it all starts with one thing. So,
let's go back to Live Together, the single. Are you happy with the reactions you've got so far?
I'm beyond happy. Normally I don't like to read comment pages about anything, whether it's Backstreet or it's me. And when the single was put up on iTunes, I was like, do I really want to read the comments? Do I not want to read the comments? What if someone's like, this sucks? And everybody, not one negative comment. Everybody has felt inspired. They think it's an amazing song, the message. And I just want to change the world one lyric at a time. And I feel like this is a great starting point.
It feels like it's really you, because you went like on the rocky side of the spectrum.
A little bit, yeah, rock and urban, and it's a little bit of all the types of music that I love encompassed into one record. This is a very standalone record. The rest of my album sounds nothing like this song.
How come?
This song was never really meant to be considered a single.
Okay.
This is a standalone record to kind of open people's eyes up to this movement, the Live Together Foundation, as well as just opening people's eyes to the reality of what is going on in the world. Because some people don't read the news, and they just hear, rumors, and they hearsay and this, that, and the other. Seeing something like this kind of makes you scratch your head and go, wait, maybe I should look and see what's going on out there and have that awareness and do my part to help change it and help bring that positivity back into the world. So, again, hopefully that's what this does.
Nice. What's going on with the Love and Theme album?
The
Love and Theme, is that it?
Just the anthem. We are, I thought I was done making the album, but actually I'm not. My manager actually wants me to get back in the studio and work with a couple of other producers in a little bit more of an urban R&B world, which is what I've always wanted to do.
Okay.
Old, like Teddy Pendergrass, Al Green type music, very soulful.
Oh, great.
So we're going back in the studio when I get back next week, and I'm going to record until the end of the year, and then the album will be out next year. Not sure when, but it will be out next year.
Okay, so it's coming.
It is coming.
It is coming. We'll keep waiting. Wait a second. You answered like 3 questions in one thing. So
I do that sometimes.
I'll go to the next part of the interview.
Okay.
The way we worked is that we asked our readers, fans, to ask their questions.
Oh, perfect.
Because they don't have that opportunity really often. And it starts with Miss Bianca Godet.
Hi, Bianca.
Hi. She asked, if any, what are your apprehensions when releasing a new album?
Obviously, it's a ever-changing world, this music business now. People's attention span is very fast. So if it's not a hit song, if it's not a hit album, people kind of forget about it immediately. Sometimes it takes records time to get that acceptance, but nowadays I feel like it's the same 10 to 15 artists on the radio, on Vivo, on these different channels, and that's it. But now finally there's new artists coming out, and they're finally getting a chance to stand on their own 2 feet. And even though I'm not a new artist, I'm kind of an indie artist, as you know. So it's going to be interesting to see the response when I drop the album.
Do you feel the Backstreet Boys helps or not?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I'm not going to bite the hand that's fed me for 24 years. I mean, I'm very fortunate and very blessed to have been and to still be part of one of the biggest groups in the world.
Yeah.
And thank you to all of the most amazing fans for keeping us around. But again, you know, it's me trying to stand on my own 2 feet. So it's probably going to be a little bit of an uphill climb, separating myself from Backstreet Boys and not having the music sound too much like Backstreet Boys. And, you know, it's going to be a challenge, but I'm up for the challenge. So, you know.
Good.
Bring it on.
Yeah. Still, Bianca, how do you manage to keep your art new and fresh after such a long career?
Man.
What is your inspiration?
You know, I'm just always trying to see what the next hip to hot thing is. We've all tried to be very trend-setting. I try to be hip to the newest fashion, to the newest. I'm a huge sneakerhead, so whatever's the brand new kicks that come out that week. You know, I love fashion and I love the whole world of art. So I'm always trying to be one step ahead. Finding out from my friends that are in the fashion world, what's next season's biggest thing going to be? And can you send it to me so I can already be wearing it before everyone else is? But, you know, you just got to be one step ahead of the game.
Yeah, that's the way it works. Lucie Roy, she asked...
Lucie Roy?
Yes.
Hello.
Hello. Can you pick one song, if you could pick one song, an AJ McLean original or a Backstreet Boys song, that would make a good anthem for your life, which one would it be?
Well,
So
funny that we actually asked that. There is a song on my album called The Anthem, and that is the epitome of my life. Every lyric in that song is me, through and through, to the core. Also, I would probably say, on the Backstreet Boys side, a song called Siberia would best define me. I think it's just such an amazing record. Lyrically, it's an emotional record. Highs and lows, and that's been my life for the past 25 years.
Good. Alexandra.
Alexandra.
De Gongre.
De Gongre.
Yes. She asked, if you had to start your career all over again, what would you change and why, if anything?
I wouldn't change a thing. I honestly wouldn't. I think I wouldn't be the man I am today had I not gone through every single thing that I've been through, good, bad, indifferent. I have no regrets, no remorse. I love my life, and I love what I've experienced.
Good answer.
I try.
Every single person that we asked, what's up with that BSB Spice Girls reunion?
You know, again, I blame myself for this because I mentioned something about this in my Rolling Stone interview, and it's blossomed everywhere.
Yes.
It's a good thing, though. Actually, we've been talking about this with the girls for a long time. I know Nick and Howie have reached out to Mel B. They are gearing up for a 20th anniversary tour. We are going back in the studio next year to make the next Backstreet album and next Backstreet tour. So I think if it's going to happen at all, it would have to wait until both those tours are done separately.
Okay.
And then, so that's like 2018, 2019. But I think it should happen. I think hopefully it's going to happen. It would be massive, and it would be so much fun.
People would be freaking out.
Yeah, I think we'd be freaking out.
So we're just like cross fingers.
Yes.
Stéphanie Pro, and I kept it for the last because I love this question. Stéphanie Pro asked, "What's your best souvenir that happened in Quebec or Montreal?"
Best souvenir, I would say. One of the first times that we came to Montreal was in 1996 for the Balloon Festival, in front of like 85,000, 100,000 people. We were still new on the scene, and our acceptance was overwhelming, and it was a taste of things to come and how much Canada loves us. But for me, it would have to be the Poutine.
Good
I am obsessed with it, and I've never come back to Montreal or anywhere in Canada and not gotten poutine.
Where do you get it when you come here?
Well, I already went once since I've been here, but today, actually, we're going to have a poutine tasting and try a bunch of different poutine at
Holy.
Le Banquier.
Oh, really? You're going to taste all their...
Oh,
wow,
yeah. So,
lucky one. I mean,
hopefully my stomach is ready for it. I'm just going to sample a little bit of each and then probably go back and finish off the just normal poutine.
The one with the guacamole is amazing.
There's one with guacamole?
Yes.
Just like
you really do.
I feel like you guys just maybe say, you know what, let's just throw some of that in there and we'll make it that one. And we'll throw some of that in there, chili flakes or whatever. It's like there's like 50 different types of poutine. We are going to have the worst heartburn today.
Yeah, I mean, be careful.
Oh, yeah.
Watch your health.
We're going to have 911 on speed dial just in case.
You should go like with medical.
Yes, we're going to bring a whole EMT crew with us. Yeah.
You're lucky.
Yeah.
I love that. Finally, do you have a message for your Quebec fans?
You know, je t'aime. Thank you guys all so much for just being the most loving, most supportive fans. You've given me all my dreams to come true, and I hope you do the same for me as a solo artist as you've done for Backstreet Boys for the past 24 years. And I cannot wait to come back on tour with my solo project. I love you, Montreal.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.